All it takes one lover to change your vibe. Ain't that the way it go? I don't need nobody, but you won't replay. Caught in the memory when you touch my body and you say my name, giving me what I need. Every minute, so lost in it, like you're in my bed. Every hour, give you power, I'm losing mine instead. 24/7 got you on my mind. Think about you all the time. My body wants you night and day, but my head is screaming, go away. 24/7 got you on my mind. Darling, I don't have the time. My body wants you night and day. I'm losing no control of me. Na 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 na. "24/7 got you on my mind. 24/7 got you on my mind. 24/7 got you. 24/7 got you. 24, 24, 24, 24. Got you on my mind. Got you on my mind. Got you on my mind.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to this penultimate session. We're very sad that we can't be in Berlin in person, but we do have a great session planned. I'm JP, or John Paul Carpenter, from University Hospitals Dorset in the UK. We have 10 great cases with 10 questions, and we would encourage you all to join in. It doesn't matter if you get it wrong, it's fun. Nobody will see the answers. You can join us, whoever you like to call your name. Hopefully it'll be educational. And we do have an amazing international faculty for this live session. Let me introduce our faculty. We've got my co-hosts, Luna Gargani from Pisa in Italy and Mark Westwood from Bart's Heart Centre in London. Hello to you two. Luna is going to do one of our cases, and then we move over to Alex dos Santos Felix from the Instituto Nacional de Cardiologia in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. We stay in Rio de Janeiro for Monica Luisa de Alcantara from Quintador Hospital. Then we come back to Europe for Ivan Stankovic from the Clinical Hospital Center Zemun in Belgrade University in Serbia. And then who should have been our local host, Nicholas Merker from the Deutsches Herzzentrum in Berlin. Pity we couldn't be there, Nicholas. Then we move on to Vladyslav Kavalerchyk, who is from the Helios Clinic in Schwerin. Ricardo Fons Carvalho from Gaia Hospital Center in Porto, Elena Surkova from the Royal Brompton in London, Pal Marovic Horvat from Budapest Semmelweis University, and finally Paul Scully from Guy's and St. Thomas's in London. Well, now that I've introduced everybody, I'm going to hand back to Luna so that she can explain more to you.
Okay, thank you very much, JP. So actually you will see a video, a presentation from one of our contributors, followed by the question itself. And once the question appears, the poll will open. So you will have the opportunity to vote, and you will be given 30 seconds to vote. So this is beat the clock. You will have 30 seconds to answer. And if you choose the correct answer, you can congratulate yourself. You will have 10 videos, so 10 chances to prove how quick you can jump in with the correct answer. And we will running a review of the leaderboard as we go all the time. Okay, but now let's move to the most important thing of this session. Let's see what you can win. And the prize for the first place is actually an EACDI silver membership. So a very nice prize, and this means that you will have access a free access to 365 content. You will have free access to the online version of the European Heart Journal Cardiovascular Imaging. You will have discounts on the ACVI activities, so congresses, certification exams, textbooks, and all educational materials, as well as voting rights and access to mentoring opportunities. Okay, so now Mark will tell you how to participate.
Thanks very much, Luna. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. So all you need to do to join in is to vote. And on the right side of your screen, you will see an interface which will enable you to compete against your colleagues and answer one single question on each case. Now, there is an important thing here. Please make sure you are not in full screen mode. Let me repeat that. You must not be in full screen mode to be able to participate. Otherwise, you cannot vote. What you need to do is see the side panel, and that's how you will vote. Voting is launched immediately after every single case, and in between, what you will see is the voting is on pause. The interface, when it's inactive, will show paused or inactive. Points are given for the correct answer, but also you need to vote as fast as possible. So the faster you vote, the more points you will get. So the person with the fastest correct response will get the most points. However, you need to be sure of your answer before you vote, because once you have voted, you are unable to change your mind. You have 30 seconds in total to vote, but we will try and help you along the way with some clues and hints. Just as a disclaimer, we believe our answers to be correct. We can have a discussion about them or whatever you want, but for the purposes of the quiz, our answers are final. We can't comment on any questions or any chat once we start the quiz. And just to say, that's everything from me. And so, hey, okay, here we go.
Okay, so I think we can go on with the next case. So it's over to Vladyslav Kavalerchyk from the Helios Clinic in Schwerin, Germany, for the next case.
Dear colleagues, I would like to present to you a clinical case of an 84-year-old male patient who was in our clinic due to shortness of breath. The patient had severe coronary disease with condition after coronary artery bypass graft surgery. 7 years ago, after endocarditis, a mitral valve replacement with bivalve was used. As a result of severe reduced left ventricular function, a CAT-ICD was implanted for cardiac resynchronization therapy. An echocardiographic examination showed a highly reduced left ventricular function with significantly reduced global strain and greatly increased EDV. The right ventricle function was also significantly limited. In Plaque's view, an unclear thickening of the mitral valve was observed without an increase in the mean gradient. With increased inflammatory values but without fever, a decision was made to TE examination. In TE, an unclear deposit on the leaflet of the mitral valve was noticed. Left appendage flow velocity was found to be barely normal, and the function of the mitral valve seems to be unaffected. There were no clues of paravalvular leak. The CAT interrogation revealed a continuous sinus rhythm with almost 100% biventricular stimulation. Several blood cultures remain sterile. Paraclinically, a moderate kidney dysfunction with pathological CRP could be ensured. What do you think about this structure at the mitral valve? Please select.
So, okay, please vote now. The voting is open. Do you think it's endocarditis, Lippmann-Sachs endocarditis, Merantic endocarditis, thrombus, Pannus formation?
Yeah, this is also a very nice case, and the pictures are really striking. So again, this is an 84-year-old woman with coronary artery disease, a previous CABG, a previous bioprosthetic mitral valve, and she has a severely depressed ejection fraction, as you have seen, with a large volume. And surely this woman has some deposits seen on the mitral valve, but we have to understand what it is. So actually, we can close the voting now, and let's have a look at the right answer.
So the correct answer for this one is thrombus. Now, why is that? Well, we've known about thrombus on TAVI or TAVR valves. We can see that on CT scans. You get this hypoattenuation leaflet thickening or halt. There's also data about thrombus on aortic bioprosthetic valves, where you see an abrupt increase in velocity, which can be confusing and make you think that there's endocarditis. It can look like endocarditis. However, here we get the beautiful, beautiful views of that spiral flow within the left atrium in the top left panel. Excellent reconstruction of that, showing very, very slow flow within the left atrium itself. On the 2D TO images in the bottom right panel, you see spontaneous echo contrast. You see this sessile mass sitting underneath the ventricular surface of that stented bioprosthetic valve. Very dilated ventricle with poor function. The left atrium is slightly dilated at 35 mils per meter squared. There is slow flow in the left atrial appendage. So the most common issue here, the most likely thing, even though it's relatively rare, is thrombus on that valve, and there is no abnormality on blood cultures. So thrombus is our answer for this one. Let's see how you all did.
Great, thanks JP for that explanation. So what we can see here, wow, interesting. A lot of you went for Panis. We thought you might do that, but about a fifth of you seem to have got the right answer. Let's have a look at the overall leaderboard, because again, similarly to some of the other more difficult questions, I think this is going to have really changed things up.